Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Pythagorean theorem. So before we get to the actual problem, let me tell you what the Pythagorean theorem says. It's for a right triangle, and so I'm trying to draw a triangle here. A right triangle has one angle that's 90 degrees. That means it's a right triangle. And it says, well, pretend that looks like a triangle. If you have these sides A, B, and the long side is C, then if you have a right triangle and those are the sides, then a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And that's the Pythagorean theorem, okay? All right, now we'll get to this problem here. A window is located 12 feet above the ground. Okay, so they're talking about a building here, and there's a window, and that's 12 feet, above the ground. Here's the ground. Okay. A ladder needs to be purchased that will reach the window from a point on the ground 5 feet away from the building. So what we want to do is we want to go out 5 feet here, and we want to put a ladder that's going to reach that window, okay? So I'll try to draw a ladder. Well, anyway, it's a ladder. Okay, how long should the ladder be? Okay, so this would be like C. That long side, the one that's across from the right angle, that's called the hypotenuse. So C is the hypotenuse. This might be happy memories for you or a review. If not, if it's new, then it's exciting. Now my triangles, one I have the hypotenuse on the left, the other I have it on the right. That's okay, that doesn't matter. Okay. But now we can use this equation here. So this is like my A here, and this is like my B here. So I'm going to say A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A is 5, my B is 12, and I don't know what C is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, now we have to use the order of operations here, which says we have to square those numbers. So 5 squared is 25, and then 12 squared is 144. You could use a calculator if you needed to do that. Okay, now we can add 25 and 144, we get 169. But remember, we're trying to figure out how long this ladder is. That's what we're trying to figure out. So what we need to know is we need to know a number that if we squared it, it would be 169. So you can think of numbers all day. What would it be? It turns out to be 13. That if you take 13 and you times it by itself, you get 169. So the answer here is C equals 13. This idea, though, of a number being squared equaling something, that's what we're going to talk about in this section.